we go. Our next video on my adventures in square foot gardening. I'm thinking about expanding this. This is towards the back inside of the house into a raised bed row garden. That's what I'm thinking about right in this area. And where you see the pallet, a chicken coop with a run going on the side. That's the thought going on right now. However, the sun is a problem here. If you look around, we have a lot of, I just call them widow makers. They're all old trees that should be trimmed, but because I have a tree-hugging landlord that doesn't even believe in taking care of his trees, we don't get much sun in this area, and this would be ideal. So we're going to look to plant somewhere down in there, I believe, just something small. And again, like I said, chicken coop with a pallet. I just put the pallet there so I could get a visual. And put a coop and a small run right down there. Fence on both sides, this side and side, keep them out of the garden. This right here, I was working on it to be my compost pile. That's why I actually am out here tonight, so I can pitchfork that pile, wet it down a little bit, toss it and turn it. There's worms in it. It is a compost pile that has no meat or dairy products in it. We do throw the vegetable products from the house and from the square foot garden. It's not doing so well. Again, it's a sun problem over here. Trees, motorcycles going by. The trees look nice, but they don't help with this project that I'm undertaking here at all. What I'm really thinking of doing over here on this wall, you can see the wall when I move back, is probably using it for a bed of plants and crops that don't need so much sunlight. I mean, it'd be a nice gentle place for lettuce right here. And I could always use the wall to keep out some of the animals that want to come and feed. One of these things that are natural here that I want to kind of take care of are these blackberry bushes. I like these things. I like to eat them, and I think I can use them as some kind of a barrier if I do this right, because of their thorny. Again, the plan is to clear from that corner all the way down to right here, so that I can use it as raised bed growing space. That's the plan. Again, just the plan. And this wall area, of course, would be used for stuff that doesn't need to be in direct sunlight, or only limited sunlight it needs. Lettuce is a good one, and I'm having some good luck with it. If you look over here, that's all the dried wood that came from over here, from clearing this out. I've been piling that wood up there myself. So the soil here is really excellent soil, because a lot of this is 8 years of leaves and branches that fell from the trees and some lawnmower clippings. So underneath here is pretty good composted soil. I got some good growing soil there, I'm sure. The wood pile should be twice as big as it is when this is done. So a wood chipper will be in order at some point, I would imagine. I'm just going to keep working down from this corner, because if you keep it about 3 foot by 3 feet, the compost pile, and keep flipping around and rotating it, you'll do all right with that, I think. The wall acts as the barrier on the sides. Something like this. Dry over to here with grass clippings every other week. So I got about, I don't know, a 2-to-1 brown. Probably should be more green, but 2-to-1 brown. And then I throw in the scraps from the non-dairy or meat food product in there. Close it all down. There's night crows and everything in it. From there, it goes into here. This is an early batch. This is one that I started. When I started that pile up there, I started this. So it's the same age as the pile up in the corner. However, this is been more compost because I dug it up. And then from here, it will go into this tank right here. And then from here, it'll go straight into my growing area right there, which is pretty big when you think about it. I'm going to base it on square foot gardening, the whole concept. As hard as it is to believe, this is the biggest expense of square foot gardening right here. If you have to purchase this compost, just what you're seeing there, once it's composted, will cost you in bag form probably in the area of $200. And all it is leaves, grass clippings from mowing the lawn, bagged mulch and put in there, and non-meat, non-dairy scrap from the dinner table. Key to this is to keep flipping it and wetting it and giving it some heat. One of the biggest costs I'm gonna occur during this whole thing is a black top. The things are so expensive, I cannot even believe it. I don't understand why. And again, the process sucks. You step in a big pile of crap and you turn it over and turn it over and turn it over and get it all mixed up so you can make a soup, wet it again. It's just all tossed up now. Did it with the pitchfork. Like I said, sucks, long process, but it's gold. If you're going to do anything like this and you're paying for any of this, you need to figure out how to do this really quick. The black containers simply supply you with the heat that you need and keeps in some of that moisture so that you can keep that rotting processing going. The key here is night crawlers too. There's night crawlers everywhere here. So after I get this pile soaked down, I turn the garbage can on the side, which kind of stinks. That's why the tumbling one is better. And stir it around. Wet it down. Okay, we got both the garbage can and the tumbling composter spun up, turned up, and ready to soak up the water. And again, you gotta envision now what you're doing is making soup. That's it. You're making this big Mother Nature soup, I guess you could call it. I'm going to keep doing this until it looks like it's at its saturation point, and then cap it. This one's probably been in here 3 weeks, maybe? Yeah, 3 weeks. With the barrel, if I put another Rubbermaid container around the bottom, as the water that I'm putting in leaks through and filters through all the deteriorating compost and stuff, you catch that with a larger tub on the bottom. That's what we call our tea here. That's what you water your square foot garden with, to save water also, but it gives it a pretty good kick in the ass for the nutrients. And the same goes for the tumbler now. You get it all saturated, get it going really good. Needs more sun. This is going to be moved on my weekend in a sunnier area, both of these for now. But the thing is I'm trying to make it go up in the corner. I'll show you in 1 second. I want to try to get everything composted over in this corner because there's a slight grade where it'll go down into the garden area. So any of this runoff from this what we call the tea, black tea, it'll help the plants that are down here grow. That's my intent with this. I'd like to do this all with rain barrel somehow up in that corner off the wall. Collect the rain, not even use my garden hose, and let it work all by itself. That's the end all for this area right here. It's a pretty big endeavor when you think about it. By doing that, it'll allow all this area right here to sustain itself. It'll be self-sustaining, and I won't have to do much labor whatsoever in here. I'll just cover it with black gardening cloth so the weeds don't come up once I get it all up, and compost on the top of it. That's what I'm looking at. Or 2 single rows, raised beds with the cloth on them. Again, if you think like a chemist and you see that, it kind of like you say that's going to waste because it's going in one spot. With a little hose on that, I could run it down a hose with right down the middle, gravity fed, a little hose in it that would just seep out, leak out, and feed it. That's the deal. Compost in that corner, let all the drainage go. Go from that stick that's up there all the way down to where this tree is right here, and grow the stuff that doesn't need much sunlight, some gentler stuff. Lettuce should work great over there. That's what I'm thinking. About 3 different kinds in continuous cycle. That's the plan. Chicken coop where the pallet is. Chicken run. Right down to the corner where we have the bushes. Come back up. This pot I am not going to garden. I don't think it gets enough sun during the day. It gets so limited sun. However, down over here gets a little bit more sun. However, soil's not too good. We'll be working on that in the next couple of weeks, getting an idea what it needs. This is what it looks like now. Wait till you see it next year. Food every inch. I'm going to figure out a way to get food out of every single inch of this property so that it makes it worth staying here. Here we go. And we're walking into the grow zone, square foot garden. Cucumber plants are doing excellent. Brussels sprouts are really sucking. Tomato plants, they're going to be getting braced up tomorrow. You can see them blowing in the wind. That's one of the problems. You got to understand that. You only got 10 inches of soil, so you got to be on it all the time like that. But you have no weeding to do. No bending over, really. You can reach everything relatively easy from the sides. See the new lettuce plants. Boo-wah, they're doing it. Right there. That's my thing. Lettuce, salad every day. You can see the potatoes, like I said, that plant is dying. So we're going to give it 2 weeks from today. Well, we'll go 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today. And we'll see, that should get like straw. And after that, we should be able to dump them out and have potatoes. We'll see how it works. I'm interested to see myself. Yeah, both sides of this are going to be utilized. Both sides in square foot gardening. Somehow, some way, I'm going to put stuff on both sides. You'll be able to just walk nightly and just pick your stuff fresh and make your own salad. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Try to get 3 harvests out of each grow season. I should be floating in food. The key here is get plant food that you're definitely going to eat. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your money. Don't plant this food like this to give it away to your friends, because if you do it right, you're not supposed to have that much left over. You're supposed to be feeding just your immediate family, and you must plant what you are going to eat. It's the whole trick to this square foot gardening, is get as much product from the littlest amount of space. Well, now it's time to water. How do I water? With this, on a wand. Kind of trying to be environmentally smart. 1 plant at a time. Reaches right across, right near the root, near the ground, in the stem. Shoot the water in, then give it all just a light dusting with sprinkled water. Individually watering the plants. That's it, to save water. That's the whole idea of that pot also. Least amount of effort, most product, most produce from the area, and as eco-friendly as we can get it. That's it in a nutshell. 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 peat moss, 1/3 no manure compost. That's it, ladies. That's it. I'm out. Bye.